All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders with Millstone who teach very well while I learned this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to the men and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And today, man, just basically getting on the Motb actually being a carnal thing, man. Because the prophecy written in Revelation 13 and 16 is not spiritual, man. You know? It's actually going to be a physical mark that's going to come upon the planet Earth that's going to change all things, man. You know, change how the way you live, change how the way you buy, change how the way you sell, man. And that's ultimately going to be people conforming to that system or conforming to the image of the beast, man. Because what a lot of these camps get confused is the image of the beast and the mark of the beast, man. Because the image of the beast is just a way of life, you know. Pride Month, that's a part of the image of the beast. But the mark of the beast is that thing, man. That are, FID chip, man. You know? Let's go ahead and get this Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. And the image of the beast is speaking right now, man. Because a lot of Jake, whether they know it or not, are already taken by the ways of America, man. Because for lack of better words, once Facebook go away, and these different apps, DoorDash stop working, man, Jake is going to be lost, man. And they're going to fiend, for lack of better words. They're going to be fiending from the attention of Esau. They're going to be fiending from the attention of Facebook, man. Let's continue on, though. It says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So basically, if you don't follow out that way of life, they're going to try to kill you, man. But what's their ultimate, wedding ring to say you conform to the image of the beast? What's their ultimate, I love you, Esau? You taking that chip, man. Because by the way of you taking that tiny device under your skin is you saying that you love Esau more than you love the Most High. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Now, when you go to the word causes, one of the words for causes is through authority, man, or through laws, man. So through these different laws and legislations, these devils are going to call what? Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Whether you in prison or whether you free, whether you make 6 figures or whether you make just $50, man. These devils are finna get ready to make that move, It says to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. And what's that mark? Go back into that word mark. It actually means what? Charagma, which actually goes back into an implantation. Because these devils are going to try to implant you with a tiny device to keep track of you, man. Basically saying that you're nothing but their cattle. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark. Yes, nobody's not going to be able to, go to Walmart or go to the Whole Foods, man, or go to goddamn Piggly Wiggly, Why? Because they're going to require a certain type of currency, man. And that currency is not going to be gold and silver. That currency is actually going to be you, man. That wallet inside your right hand, or your left hand, or your butt cheek, man. Either way, these devils are trying to jab you up. Read this again. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to, basically live your everyday life unless you have that mark, man. And again, if you say that the Motb, if you say it's something spiritual, or you say it's the picture of Chessboard Borgia, I can lie in, man. I can say, yeah, I believe, and I got land for the next 2 weeks. No, man. It's going to actually be a physical, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to come back to me. But it's actually it's going to be a physical way of you siding with Esau, man. A physical pact. What do you have about Hashem Yahushua? A physical agreement. and it's going to be a handshake that's going to put a tiny device inside your skin. That's how these devils are going to say that you're with them. Let's go ahead and get to Revelation 16, because again, it shows you that this device, or basically that this prophecy, is not going to be a spiritual thing. It's going to be a spiritual sign. I'm not, it ain't like time to take trouble. It's not going to be spiritual, but it's going to be a physical device, man. Because you have to realize what Esau was blessed with. Esau was blessed with the flesh, man. He was blessed with the sword, but Esau's playground is with the flesh, man. Esau have never been spiritual, man. Name me one time once Esau been spiritual, man. And you can't name it, because why? Esau, he is a carnal man. Well, I think there's Psalms like 140. It says, what, save me from that carnal man. Let me get that real quick. Because again, Esau have never been spiritual, man. Please bear me. This is the book of Salakia. Yeah, this is a good one right here. This is the book of Romans 8, and I'm gonna jump down. Salakia. This is the book of Romans 8, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." And that's it, man. Because you will think in the flesh, because these devils are going to try to use their flesh against you. Basically trying to starve you out, or take your kids away, try to, try to put you in your feelings, put you in emotions and things like that. This is how Esau plays on the psyche of the people, man. Let's get another one. Salakia. Please bear mind. Yeah, continuing on. "But the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can it be." Why? Because Esau, he's not in the spirit. No, Esau, he's not following after the ways of Yahweh Shemel. And through the spirit of the Lord, he's a balance. The righteous mark, which is the Wa, is spiritual. But Esau mark, which is the Charagma, is carnal, man. And again, this scripture shows you that this mark is carnal. Revelation 16 and 2. "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." Now, what's that noisome and grievous sore, man? Is that talking about your spirit? No, man. That's actually talking about a physical sore, man. Let's get this. This the word sore in the Strong's G. Let's see, please bear with me.
Strong's G 1668. Helkos.
Helkos, right here. It says probably an ulcer, a drawn together sore, a wound producing a discharge pulse. Hey, how can your spirit discharge pulse, man? It says a sore and ulcer. Now, real quick, it's actually going to lead into ulcers. It's actually going to lead into sores, which shows you that the Motb is a physical thing. Let's go right here. This is an article from veterinariankey.com. It says micro-induced tumors in laboratory rodents and dogs. This chapter reviews literature published in Oncology and Toxicology journals between 1990 and 2006, addressing the effects of the implanted radiofrequency micro on laboratory rodents and dogs. 11 articles are reviewed in all, with 8 investigating mice and rats and 3 investigating dogs. And that's how these devils do. They do gradualism. They test things out on other things before they put it out, man. For lack of better words, you cooking. Basically you boxing or something. You're not, when it's the night of the fight, you're not going to try nothing new. You're going to stick what you've been working on, man. But after that fight, you go back into the, you try to perfect it, for lack of better words. That's the point I'm trying to make. These devils actually perfected that wicked device, man. And that's why they finna get ready to roll it out. Let's continue on though. I'm gonna jump down to the point. Here you go. It says, since their introduction in the late 1980s, implantable microbes, and it's that charagma, implantable charagma have become the industry standard for identifying mice and rats used in laboratory research. And they're gonna try to identify humans, man. You know, for lack of better words, say somebody robbed a store, robbed a bank. Yeah, we know who it is, because why? He got the chip. It shows that in that movie Minority Report. Let's continue on. It says animal shelters and veterinarians now routinely reject charagmas into dogs and cats. More recently, there has been a push to implant charagmas into people for security in building access to manage medical records and to identify elderly patients, man. And that's what they finna get ready to do, man. You know, the laws is already out there. The only thing they gotta do is press go, man. Let's read a little bit more. American workers and death, how they're gonna run the new job system, man, through this device. It says, you know, they're gonna fire you from the job, or saying if you take it or you quit, you are a dangerous, you know, you're getting everybody because you won't take it, so you're gonna have to get fired. That's what it's gonna come down to, man. And through the spirit and power of the Lord, He's going to keep us from that, man. We're going to have to stand stiffly for the things that we believe in, man. Because it's not like we're just saying these words for no reason. No, man. It's going to get to a point where we're going to have to play these words out, man. When Revelation, the 3rd chapter and the 10th verse is going to have to come to pass, man. Because that has kept the rod of my patience. I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, man. And we all need to be kept from that dangerous times, man. That's why we hoping and praying that we're part of that righteous number, man. To be delivered from these dangerous times and to ultimately see the salvation of our Lord and to reign with Him, man. And to get saved, man. Let's go ahead and read this. It says, American workers at the now defunct City Watch surveillance company Very Chip Corp 2006 and officials with the Mexican Attorney General Office Applied Digital Solutions have been charagmaed. So guess what? In 2006 and 2004, they was already jabbing people up. Concerned that the practice could have spread the rise specter of Big Brother and prompt lawmakers in 3 states to pass laws preventing the force or coerced, let's look that word up, because I think it means a threat. Yep, it says practice of forcing another party to act in an involuntary manner by the use of threats and force. And that's why these different EU troops are going to get ready to roll out, because they're going to try to force this way of life upon you. Continuing on, it says charagmas, implantations of charagmas in human beings, California, Wisconsin, and North Dakota. But guess what? Wisconsin, they just had damn near a whole building get jabbed up, man. And it was actually live streamed on TV. Let's go ahead and jump down a little bit more. And I'm not going to try to make this video too long because the information not there, man. But it should show you that the Motb is not a spiritual thing. It's actually going to be physical, man. Because again, you go into that word sore, it means what? An ulcer. And what's an ulcer? An ulcer is nothing but another form of cancer. Right here. Charagma induced cancer in mice and rats. In the last 6 studies published in toxicology and pathology journals between 1996 and 2006, researchers found a causal link between charagma implants, transponders, and cancer in laboratory mice and rats. And what's those transponders? Those transponders is that tiny device that's going to go under your skin. It says the tumors are typically sarcomas, including fibrosarcomas. Also, cancers found include I ain't gonna hurt myself doing it, but these different cancers, man. And again, a lot of those different cancers, it lead into pus. I think the sarcoma lead into pus, man. But again, for lack of better words, you're getting that device inside you, man. The only thing you doing is bowing down to the beast, bowing down to this world, and saying that Esau's your Lord. You're turning your back on the Most High if you get this device, man. And again, a lot of these camps saying that this device is something spiritual. So would you take it? At the end, if you can believe it, yeah, if you think it's spiritual, good for you. But would you take it, man? And would you let your congregation take it? At the end of the day, because Ezekiel 33, the 33rd chapter, is going to be made manifest, man. And through the Spirit, man, we already know what the prophecy said. Because why? The prophets are going to be made known amongst you. Because they said it was this. They said it was that. So when it come to pass and when you get to that certain part of the movie, the only thing you can do is just bow down. Just bow down and say, yeah, you was right. I was wrong. But hey, that point is going to happen. But yeah, I pray this video was edifying. I want to say, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakak Wadash, Shalom, DTA, in the Bible.